What is up, comrades? This is MF Kraven here once again with another less than 10-minute review. Today I am looking at Airport CEO. Note, I am reviewing the game in its 1.0 full release launch as someone who has not dabbled with it in the past. Airport CEO is a Tycoon business management game with the goal of being the best Airport CEO of all time. But will Airport CEO have a clear takeoff into the Tycoon Hall of Fame? Or will it be left in the terminal of mediocre? Let's find out. Graphics, sound, and art style. Unfortunately, graphics nor art style are a factor in Airport CEO. A game with the amount of depth that it has, I can understand why they chose this route. Fortunately for players, the soundtrack is full of catchy, easy listening music. As soon as the trumpet sounded on the JFK Cadence track, instant goosebumps. It has no business having such a good OST, but it does. And it just made me want to turn on some Kamasi Washington. Gameplay. Airport CEO is incredibly deep and difficult. Not playing the tutorial on your first time around will leave you dumbfounded. The learning curve seems never ending. You'll start by choosing your contract to get your construction workers, and down the line you could negotiate the deal. Have them build a runway and taxiway that planes can maneuver and park in your airport. Hire administrators to get commercial licenses and other improvements in your airport. Building a terminal with security, check-in, boarding stands. Hiring all of your staff. Checking out contracts that various airlines with a variety of planes and jets will offer you with a base pay. Making sure you meet passengers' needs such as food, facilities, and having the planes run on time. Having a contract on your oil tank. It just has so much to do. And I'm only scratching the surface on the gameplay. Money will be a huge factor in all of your decisions. My first playthrough, I used up all my contractors and was paying them to just stand around, micromanaging every aspect of this game. But after hours into your gameplay, you will be able to hire people to do that for you. Price, $24.99 USD. How many hours estimated? I'm about 10 hours in and I just unlocked the baggage option. I could easily see myself diving into this game for another 40 to 50 hours. Final thoughts. Truth be told, I wasn't ready for how much depth this game had. When I took on the commitment to review the game, I thought it was going to be a few hours and I could make a decision. However, I keep wanting to restart my game and build a whole new airport in a different part of the world. Just as I finally got my airport in Kuwait the way I just wanted it, only to check in on some Let's Plays and want it completely scrapped. This mentality here is what keeps bringing me back to Airport CEO. As someone who hates airports, I find myself thinking more and more about them as I played. The amount of trial and error to make an airport profitable has been crazy. Every detail has me in awe. How do I cut corners without losing too much money? I'm having an existential crisis in the best way. The foundation of this game is amazing, but it runs into a lot of problems once you get to the bigger status. Pathfinding is particularly bad, with how police can have a path to patrol but some can't. But the same can't be done for the general passenger seems like a missed opportunity. Vehicles clipping and not being able to be used properly, such as the baggage one, or what is it called, the stand back, the baggage one, and the staircase that lets passengers get into the medium aircraft just sometimes don't work. But the real, and I mean the real turd of an otherwise neato Sunday has to be the baggage handling. Holy hell, it's a great thing I thought of saving before committing to the next step in my tutorial. After so many times of trying to get it just right because it has to be placed near a service road but inside of a terminal and accessible to the passengers, I finally got it right. But it just looks wrong. Technical misfires in a game that sells itself as a completed version should not be having these problems. However, at the end of the day, these experiences didn't sour me on it completely, as I still felt compelled to come back and work on my airport a little bit more. And I really can't wait to get the bigger ATC tower to book more flights and make more money, since more foot traffic will ultimately lead to my 2 coffee shops and high-end store inside my airport to meet the sales quotes. Otherwise, I lose the profit of those and will have to look for other contracts to other franchises. Be right back, applying at my local airport and using the knowledge I gained from this on my resume. I kid, but for such a mundane sounding game, I'm having a blast. I just wish we had a variety of scenarios with like the goal of a smaller airport, but with the later amenities like the contracts of restaurants and cafes and bars as you unlock. Maybe one that will make more use of the police department and fire department that we had to invest so much of our money and space into. At the end of the day, if you're already curious about this game and you love micromanaging, I say go for it, because it's definitely buy it now.